And every penman sort of does sort of their own kind of penmanship propaganda piece. And this was mine. It was sort of an opportunity to glorify the art form. And
Yeah.
so it's everything within there. There's lots of like Easter eggs that build the composition of the piece. Everything from from the quill to the oblique pen holder, which was like, that was the tool during the golden age of penmanship. The paper sprawled out underneath the hand, glorifies that as a writing surface, and then a gorgeous inkwell is drawn there, and there's like a bird flourish. And so I think of all of the different things that I want to sort of build into the composition. But whenever you're doing a calligraphic work, you have to, there's many things that you have to consider in the composition in order to make sure that everything is legible, that it communicates well to the viewer and has its place of prominence. So there's a lot of pretty similar to most processes. It starts off with some exploratory, like thumbnail sketches, and then sort of builds into something that becomes like a full draft. It looks like an architectural blueprint, especially when you're dealing with like drawn lettering and stuff like that, to make sure that the structure and the angles and everything are absolutely spot on. And then from that, it's transferred onto whatever material, whether it's fine paper, as that one is, or calfskin vellum, which is what I really prefer now. And then you start building it out and based on your medium, and then there's always room to like, while the core of the composition is sort of laid out, or while I have the main structural lines to like that, the very detailed flourish that's within that piece. When it comes to the final execution, there's further gilding of the lily that happens, impromptu. And so I'm sort of filling out the flourishes with all of its detail and all of the different memorized pen strokes to build those flourishes. And I sort of pick and choose and build it out like I'm creating a bouquet of flowers, making sure it's filled and balanced and even and interesting. But there's always rules that govern its beauty. And that was the magic that I found in the art of calligraphy, and learning like true forms, true historical forms, that they weren't just creating willy-nilly, but even ornamental penmanship, which is this crazy form of script that has massive amounts of flourishing stemming off of the letter forms. All of those were very carefully executed, and they all obey rules. It's like you're creating a dance on paper, but you don't want your letter forms to look like a mosh pit. They have to be doing the foxtrot, and so each stroke has its moment on the page to shine. So that's where they build to a big, bold, shaded stroke, whereas the lines, if they cross between them, will cross perpendicularly and at a hairline. And so they're essentially bowing out to the other strokes that have their moment on the stage. And so this is beautiful, because you become sort of the choreographer of the grand dance on the stage of the paper. And so it's incredibly fun, and it can get so complicated and a little bit dizzying, but but that's what helps you work out those problems. And when you really know those rules, some people say you learn the rules to break them. No, that doesn't make sense. Then what's the point of learning the rules? You learn the rules so that they can set you free, because then you are free to create that thing without creating a problem on the page. And now you can really stretch your wings, because you have the guiding hand of past masters upon you.